Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm your host, Jim Goddard. We're speaking with Jim Pettit. He's the CEO and president of Aben Resources. Welcome back to the show, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
What is new around Aben?
Well, other than a tremendous mining show last week, there's not a whole lot new to report. We're still waiting on assays. We're starting to get dribs and drabs in, but we need complete holes before we announce anything, and that's coming. I think, sooner than later. The show was really well attended last year. It was the Letter Writers Group, the Metals Investment Show, and very enthusiastic. I think you saw that bump in everyone's stock prices involved up there, and then now that it's over, they're settling down again. But it was a really good show, and there was some really good presentations there.
Why were people so enthusiastic at the metal show?
Well, it's put on by letter writers. It's an invite-only type of show, and there was a lot of good, really good stories to be told. And in particular, there was 3 companies from the Golden Triangle. There was GT Gold, there was Colorado, and us, and there was a real buzz. And I guess that was sort of brought on by GT Gold and their move they've made, and they come out with another round of results that are good. Generally speaking, the market liked them, and then, within a day or so, they started selling off anyways. Their market cap is very high. They set the bar high, and, the talks that were given were very good.
Where is the Golden Triangle, and why is it called the Golden Triangle?
Well, the Golden Triangle is in the northwest quadrant of British Columbia. It's an area that is the home to some incredibly high-grade past producers, incredibly high-grade current producers, and hopefully some incredibly high-grade future producers. There's a lot of exploration going on up there. It's starting to wind down. But, it's still going on. Probably got another 2 to 3 weeks of good drilling season up there, but it does close in fast. But there are a lot of companies up there working. There's, anywhere from down as far south towards Stewart, heading down towards the old Premier Mine and Grand Duke. You've got the IDM, and then moving on up, you've got us, you got SNP, you got SK Mining, MTS, GGI, and then further to the north, you've got some new companies, Jax and GTT, or GGT. Okay.
Jim, is it going to help companies like yours that the federal government is going to drop $250, $300 million in road improvements in the Yukon?
It will. Yeah, we do have a property up there called the Justin. It's totally tied on to Gold Predator where they're drilling. Yeah, it will. It's on the Nahanni Range Road. That's going to be a big improvement because they always, you're always facing washouts, bridges, wooden bridges, that sort of thing. And it is an important road up into that region. It goes all the way up to the Cantong Mine, and that's the hauling road. So whatever they can do there, that's going to make it easier to get in and out, and that's just part of it. That would be the beginning. That's how they started with the improvements in the Golden Triangle with the road. It used to be gravel road, part of the Alaska Highway basically, and it's all paved. It's beautiful, and now you've got some really good other infrastructure, including power. So one day up there, I'm sure in the Yukon they'll have power.
What about the new technology that we have for minerals exploration, things like ground-penetrating radar? How does that help your industry?
Well, that sort of thing is being used up there in the Golden Triangle. I know there's a company that is using a system that it's a probe, goes downhole, and it helps to guide the drilling program. Could possibly reduce costs while you're up there. If you got a company that's drilling a lot of holes and trying to stay within a zone, then this is a way to do it. It gives you an indication, and especially if you're using RC drilling, which also reduces costs. Then you can drop this down hole and get an image of the sidewalls looking outwards rather than pulling the core out and looking at what you've got. And it also has acoustic capabilities that give like a pulse outwards, and it gives you a feedback as to what kind of, every type of rock has a different time response. So it allows you to get a better impression of whether you're still in the zone or, how thick is the zone, that sort of thing. Those are great use of proceeds because it will bring the cost down.
Jim, can you tell us a bit about Aben Resources?
Yeah. Well, Aben's symbol is ABN. The OTC is ABN AF, and Frankfurt's E2L2. We've got 52.9 million shares out. Fully diluted is 81.8. Stock's trading currently at 39 cents, up from a few weeks back at 10. It's had a good run. We are currently, I just put a news release out that we have completed 9 holes to this point, and just under 2,500 meters. We're in a good zone of mineralization that we didn't know about before, but it corresponds with surface gold and copper soil anomalies, very, very bold soil anomalies, and rock sample anomalies too. So it's a zone that we really wanted to find out if there is an extension, to the old historic high-grade hole that was basically 11 meters of 33 grams, and I think it's pretty safe to say that there is there is a zone there that is mineralized. We like the size of it. It's going to require a lot more drilling, but that will be determined once we get our assays in and we can really take a good hard look at the mineralization and what it looks as we move north and south.
How can people find out more information about Aben?
Well, people can go to the website, which is www.abenresources.com. They can email info@abenresources, or they can call direct to Don Myers, who's the Director of Investor Relations, at 604-687-3119, or even toll-free 1-800-567-8181.
Jim, thanks for the update.
You bet. Thanks.
We've been speaking with Jim Pettit, CEO and President of Aben Resources. Our conversation took place on September 20th. I'm Jim Goddard.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.